Charlie to the BLACK, representing special mix. The boss.
Yeah, man, I'm say what's a special mix?
Behavior, special mix.
Well, I don't know what you down. I'm say, yo, Mr. Special Mix here. I love it like that.
Wake them up, special. Wake them up.
Good evening, good evening. Who do we have on the phone with us tonight?
Boss Minion.
Whoa, big voice, Boss Minion. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good enough, special, man. It's been a long time since me and you, a good, decent conversation over the phone, man. Is it?
Yeah, it's been quite a while. You've been a busy fellow. So what you been up to? Because I hear you're dibble-dabbling in like producing and the business side of things. So what you been up to?
Special, last year, I was actually singing for a different label. And I decided that the best thing for any artist is to also have the business side of your career covered as well as the entertainment side. So I took it up on myself and started my own label, Boss Minion Entertainment.
Okay.
And actually, and tell you the truth, it was probably one of the best moves I ever made, because now I know that, I got both sides covered, and as well as my entertainment and my personal side of it is a good feeling.
A question for you then. Question for you. You said it was a good move. In as an artist signed and working with somebody else, and then an artist signed and controlling your own career. I know it sounds obvious. It's a good move, but for the people out there that have been artists, that have been thinking, should I go alone? Should I do it by myself? Do I have the resources? Do I have the finance? Can you explain to me what the major differences and pluses and minuses that you have found out from being part of someone's label and organization and being part of your own now?
Well, yeah, definitely. Well, Special, the thing is that when you sing under somebody else's label, them dictate not only just the financial part of the business, but they also dictate what type of song you can sing. And sometimes when you sign under a different label, you have to basically, if they like a certain kind of song, and that's what you're going to have to do. And some of the times you might not, artists sometimes not really, they don't find themselves until when you've been singing for a little while, then you kind of you get a feel of really what you want to do. But the good thing about owning your own label, you can be your own boss. And not only that, you know where every single red cent that you're supposed to get from your work, you know where it's going. And once you can keep track of your own finances, and you can be able to give the people exactly what they want, you figure out what the people love and what they want to hear, and that's what you give to the people. Now, once you can figure them two out, and like I said, a lot of artists out there who have that issue, it's very important to own your own thing, because they said possession is 9/10 of the law. So
right.
Once you own your own thing, nobody can take that from you. And music, the good thing is that music lasts forever. Even when you're dead and gone, music goes stay here. So you gotta understand that. Look at some of them guys like Bob Marley and them guys who are already dead and gone. Them guys didn't even start making big money until after them dead. After them dead, that's when they start getting really filthy rich.
Right.
So,
right.
The work that you do that you may not think is important, the work that you do under a different label right now that you may not think is worth anything. Trust me, down the road, years from now or whatever, it will worth a lot. So it's very important to have your own thing, so that way your kids and your grandkids can come and share that and be able to carry on. You understand?
Well, let me get to one major point, which is a sticky point for every artist out there right now. Even from the late 60s, late 50s, early 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and plus. There's real issues where artists and managers and record labels have, big contentions is payment on time and payment according to what was said, agreed upon, and what the collections are. Now, as yourself, you're mentioning that one of the major things that you've also found out, is the fact that you are able now to account for every penny. Now, are we then saying that the majority of companies out there may not be as opened as they're supposed to be?
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna say that because everything is on a base to a basis type thing. So now I'm gonna say that. What I'm saying is that all I'm saying is that if you are gonna be a musician, because not everybody in the music industry, you know that not everybody is forthright. So if you are gonna be in music and you're planning on making a career, it is very important. And I'm not gonna call no names because I'm not gonna point my finger at nobody in particular. But what I'm saying is that individually, if you go be an artist and you go be a singer, you need to also figure out and learn the business side of it also. So that way you know that your work is not just being done in vain and you're not making nothing and somebody's getting rich off of you. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Now, transforming from a record label dependent artist to a record label owner, what transitions did you have to do to make it happen? Are you able to own your own label once you're signed to somebody else? Do you have to be fully independent before you do that? Do you have to go and register? And what are the uphill struggles you found to become into the position that you are right now?
Well, what I had to do special is first you have to have your concept of what you want your label to be, and then you definitely have to go get it registered with the companies of Jamaica. And number two, also too, you have to whether you're gonna be the artist underneath the label, the only artist, or you go find other artists to put under the label. Also, you have to, everything you do in life costs money. Nothing is for free. We know that. Music is not for free. People spend millions of dollars to go in record stores and buy CDs, artist CDs, and so forth. Artists have to put money up to make sure that their music get out there to the customer. So, the business side of it is basically, like I said, when you set up your own thing, you have to know what you're doing, because if you don't do it right, like any company, if you don't run it the right way, it will fail. But if I believe that if you got quality music, if the product is good and the person that is putting out the product is genuine, then and you got the right market for the product, it's a clean cut thing. You can't lose on that. If you got the right people around you, somebody like you, especially. If I got a guy like you around me, you're good. Because
I tell you what, Bugattis and Austin Martins will just be like taxis, believe me.
Well, we talked before. We talked already. This is not the first time me and you talk. Matter of fact, I think this is the third interview.
Right.
And, me and you actually turned out to be a good friend as far as, talking and getting to know each other. And you know where I'm coming from, and I know where you're coming from, and you're a very straightforward person, which I respect that about you. And I really believe that you care about artists in general, and you care about local artists as well as international artists, and you want to see artists make it because you got a special love for music, and that's what I call you Special Mix.
Well, I tell you, first of all, I want to thank you for that, you know what I mean? You're making me blush. You make the man blush, you know what I mean? But seriously though, I've been a pioneer from day one for artists, and I mean, I've always supported, I don't know if the people like the terminology, but I call them like the underdog, the people that people never rate, you know what I mean? The people that people never give a chance to bust. And I'm saying, yeah, you know what? Boy, I remember when DMX had come out, I said, yeah, the artist's gonna bust. I remember when Busta Rhymes with them guys, I said, yeah, he's gonna bust out the group. I have a knack for picking talent because it's something special about certain people, you know what I mean? And what annoys me more than anything else, people are wagonists, you know what I mean? People don't give people a chance until the artist busts, and then they try to jump on the bandwagon and say it's them bust the artist, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Good, you tell you a good good example of that special is I had a young man by the name of Mekix, which is Mekitz, Mekix. And actually, his mother had told me about him that she had a son who was an artist. He's from Westmoreland. So I said, well, you know, I gave him my number. I said, when you talk to him, call me, put him on the phone, and let me talk to him. When she put the young man on the phone, you know, I like you special. All I asked him, I said, you know, you said you're an artist. I said, sing me something real quick. And he only took like about a half a minute to sing one song that he had wrote. Right. And that was all I needed to hear. Once I heard that, I said, yeah, you're good. I said, yeah, definitely I'd love to put you under my label. And the thing is that that's what we need to do because, you know, not everybody has the opportunity like some people are. Some people then got the talent, but then just don't got the means to get the music out. And so my job is, and you know me, feel passionate about these youths, especially in my country, we're in Jamaica, who are struggling and trying to find their true identity. Right. I'm all for that. I'm not going to turn my back on no youth who I see that talent. I want to be able to get it out of them. Can I help them? And I have the finances to help them to get where they need to go. And I got the means, like my record label or whatever, to get them out. And to go do it. That's just the way I am. And I think it's the right thing for us to do as a human being, is to be able to help these kids and be able to help them to go in a positive direction instead of them going out there picking up a gun or picking up a knife and doing some negative things. You understand?
Well, it's a question then, because like we've come into the situation right now where we've moved into the not just the owner, not just the artist, but now we're talking about the manager. So what made you get into? I can understand you being an artist and, you know, you're having your independence needed to be catered for. So you went independently and you create your own label and so forth. I can understand that portion. But what would take you into the mindset to actually take up another human being and steer that person into the directions as well?
Because special is that when you can't speak with somebody and you find out, say, yo, okay, this is what they want to do. If he had come to me and said, hey, I want to do that or do that, I would probably tell him, well, those are not what I do, because what I do is music. So since that's what he's interested in music. If he come to me, I go to him and I say, yo, is this what you want to do? And he says, yes, man, this is what I want to do. I'm not going to turn my back on him because, you know, like you, the problem is that a lot of us turn our back on people in life who's trying to do something within life, and we don't give them the fair chance they need. And that kind of trend has to stop, for sure. It has to stop. If a guy got talent and you know a thing got talent, you need to give him a chance to bring out whatever God put in my heart to tell people. You need to be able to bring it out. So that's where I come in. I'm not a manager. You know, but at the time, I don't really got a manager for my label, so, you know, they have to do a little management myself. But every little thing, hey, yo, if you want your dishes clean, you have to go in a kitchen and better start learning how to wash them with your hand. If you don't got a dishwasher, you see.
Right. Hey, listen, here's the thing I want to tell you then, because I've witnessed this, and a lot of people have said the same way, that it's nice to help, but they say, and I've witnessed it myself, but a lot of people say that artists in general, I'm not going to, stereotype, but in general, artists are some of the most ungrateful people. How would you answer that? What would you say with that one?
Artists are some of the most ungrateful people. There is, I think the reason why them say that special is that some artists, them forget where they come from. And that's why people may say that artists are ungrateful, because if you don't remember where you come from, how can you know where you're going? If you can't remember where you're coming from, you will not know where you're going in life. First, you have to remember where you come from to know what direction you go. So I believe that some artists can be selfish, and whatever reason, that's on them. But this world creates an artist every single minute. There's an artist created. So to say that all artists are like that, that would be very unfair, because there is artists that goes back to their community and do something for the kids in their community and help their community out. But not all artists do it. But then it's not just artists, it's just human beings in general. Some people, when they reach certain place in life, they forget where they come from.
Yes.
So we need to, if one can still remember, it is better than none else, for sure.
True.
And I'd like to be one of them persons who always remember where they come from.
True. So just in case people want to know and they're saying, yeah, I like the way this guy is talking, the big man talking. We're talking to a Boss Minion, and Boss Minion. So let me dig in my little record box here. I see something, and this thing. Let me see what it says. Something about head of states. Give me a little background on this head of state business.
Okay, heads of states. I recently wrote that song, Heads of States, because heads of states is speaking about all the big people in the head office all over the world, not just in Jamaica. I'm talking about all over the world. Heads of states is saying, yo, you guys need to look at these young people growing up in your countries, and you need to really pay attention what they're doing. Because if you plant a tree or you plant some flowers, and if you don't water it the right way, the flowers either go die or some thorns go grow up in there, and it's going to turn out to be very, very bad. The whole flower yard will look bad by the time they get big.
Right.
So it's the heads of the people who look over us. You know, God is the Most High who look over all of us, including the heads of states. But there's people who are put in big places to make sure that everything goes smoothly. Now, if they are not paying attention to really what's going on, then the growth that is coming up, when it gets big and outgrown, then it will cause too much problems. So what we need these people to do is to look at these kids nowadays and see what this generation is doing. This generation, they are angry, and they can't find no work. Some of them, the whole country sometimes seems like some people wonder how they're going to make it. And so what they need to do, they need to figure out a way to curb the violence that goes on in these countries. And they need to give whatever necessary assistance to these kids so they can see a brighter tomorrow. If people cannot see a brighter tomorrow, that will make them very depressed, and that leads them to do certain things. So I believe that that's what the song, if you listen to the entirety of the song, it's talking about certain things that these younger people are doing nowadays, that basically the heads of states need to pay attention to it and see what they can do to make it better for them, so we don't have too much problems.
Well,
and I think that's what the song entails.
Well, Mr. Boss Minion, I'm going to pull down the backing tune that was on, and I'm going to be bringing in the head of states. But before I do that, I would like for you to introduce the song for me, please.
All right. This is Boss Minion, straight out of Jamaica. Okay? I want you all to enjoy my new single, Heads of States. It's a very good song.
Life is such,
Got a
and
nice
such is
level to it.
life. We need our heads of states to do what's right. Use them, Lord, excuse them. Don't accuse them. They don't know what they done. Well, yeah, just I use them. Lord, excuse them. Don't accuse them. They don't know what they done. Well, yeah, every day, every night, people robbing and killing. Ghetto youths, them a dime and the system fail them. While the heads of state gives them life fulfilling. ghetto youths on the streets, man, them hustling for shillings. Enough of them turn to coke, drug dealing, start slinging. There's no works for these youths, so some turn to scamming. Give the youths them some work, but the system no willing. Watch the news every night, there's another killing. Man, I know flicker youth got some ambition. Them just need some help from the politician. To the teachers, the police and the soldier man. Me the youth talk to them, make them understand. To the lawyers, the judges and the politician. Go to school, talk to them while their mind's still young. Educate all these kids about crimes and guns. Man, no wait till another youth life is done. Just use them, Lord excuse them. Don't accuse them, they don't know what they done. Well, yeah, Jaja use them, Lord excuse them. Don't accuse them, they don't know what they done. Well, yeah, if the heads of statesmen and body no will them talk to the youth to tell them stop their killing. Every day, every night, their blood is spilling. Another youth just die cause a cop had to kill him. So much guns on the streets and them strapped to the villains. While the cops on the plate, the raid is a mission. If the truth is no lie, what a bad condition. Every week I did yard, no one care for the living. All the killing one another is a big concern. Change your ways, change your life, I go to hell and burn. Teach your kids about safe sex and AIDS and germs. Education is the key to make our country turn. Why we hate one another 6 feet in the ground. Our black roots is African with kings and crown. We should love one another, stop wearing a frown. Man, together we are strong, but apart we alone. Just use them, Lord excuse them.
Boss Minion. Yes, head of state. Like it.
Good song. It's a good song. You know, like I said, it's just awareness. You know, I'm not the kind of person who just write a song just because I just feel like writing a song. I write a song that have meaning to it. Hopefully, the song could help. That's what I always wish for when I write a song and put it out there. You know, like I said, I always ask God to give me the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to write the best quality stuff so I can put something out there that will make people think and wake people up. Because we got so many artists out there who got their own style, who sing about them sing about dancehall and different kind of stuff, girl thing, and you know, everybody got their own little unique style. So my style, you know, is to bring out the reality in certain things and not necessarily pointing no finger at nobody. I don't believe that the blame should be on one person. The blame should be on everybody. And we all need to come together as a country and as a human being in order to make the world a better place to live in. And that's what I believe.
Well, I tell you something. I know that the next interview that I'm going to be doing later on today is actually going to be from your artists.
Yeah.
Yes, you mentioned that, you know, you got linked through his mother and so forth. Now, as a manager, give us a little idea of what your role and responsibility would be. Even if you're not as a manager, like you said, you know, you're filling that role at the moment. But as a record label, what are your plans for this artist, and what are you preparing in regards for him?
Well, actually, what I'm doing, I never told this, when I met this artist, I never told him, well, like I said, I need you to sing this particular way or that particular way. What I did, I recognized, I heard him sing on the phone, like I said, and that's all I needed to hear. Just a half a minute. And that sold me right there. I said, this guy got natural talent. And so I believe that I'm a good judge of character. I see him going places. He's a young guy. I think he's like 24, 25. I believe that he could actually help wake up some of these youths here in Jamaica and all over the world. He could be a role model for younger people. And I believe that he's going to do that. That I believe. I believe that he got a strong conviction about his music, and he wants to do something with himself, and he wants to become something in life. And as long as I find somebody like that, I will do everything in my power that God gave me to help them, because that's the same way I was. When I needed somebody to help me sometimes. You can't find those people. Sometimes when you need people to help you, you can't really find them to help you. So, but God managed to open doors for you. And as long as God keep opening doors for me, you know what I'm saying, I will leave those doors open for another man so he can walk through it, so he can better his life. And so I think Mekit is going to be a great talent here in Jamaica and around the world. And I'm proud that he's actually singing under the label. Honestly, I do.
So his name is Mekit.
Mekit. Mekitz. Mekit.
Mekit. Nice.
Yeah, it's a big name. He said it came to him in a dream.
Nice.
So, you know, if the man said that, I believe the man. You see.
Well, we're gonna be interviewing Mekit very, very soon, like in the next few minutes or so. So, I want to say first of all, thank you for giving us, your new tune, and also thank you for enlightening us on your new methodology in regards to the musical direction you're taking and your mindset and expectations. You know what I mean? From being a dependent artist to now being an independent artist, and what are the things that you're expecting and so forth. So I want to thank you for sharing that with us. But before you go, I want to, because you're a new label, what are the links if people want to get your new tunes or even sign up with you or something? What's your contact info?
My contact info is actually my email address is boss Minion Entertain You, just BOSSMINION ENTERTAINU, letter U at gmail.com. Anybody can reach me there, and also my direct number is 1-876-589-7476 for any bookings or any kind of gigs. We're down for the thing. We're ready to do the thing on a big scale. Matter of fact, just want to say, even today, this evening, like around 6 o'clock here in Jamaica, I performed in Farmer Trelawney. Digicel was doing a promo thing, and I get a chance to perform this song, which is Edward States. I performed it there today.
Nice.
So that's a good start. Also special, I want to say to you that continue to be a great man like you is. I believe that, God got a journey for you in life to take also too. And I appreciate all your help that you give to people and artists in general. And I think that whatever you do in life, I believe you will prosper at it. And thank you for being a good friend. I appreciate that. Is it?
Well, I thank you very much for your kind words as well.
Real quick, I want to give a shout out to the peeps from over there across the water. And also, I want to give a shout out to special lady, Aisha. I want to give a shout out to her, and she's a very special human being. And I got a friend of mine in New Jersey, Jeff Wheeler. I want to give a shout out to him also. So thank you very much, and I appreciate your time. Thank you for having me on, and we'll do this again sometime.
Charlie to the BLACK, representing Special Mix. The boss.
Yeah, man, I'm say what's a special mix?
Behavior, Special Mix.
Well, don't know what it down, I'm say, yo, Mr. Special Mix here. I love it like that.
Wake them up, special. Wake them up.